Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on pruning your tomato plants. I really want people to understand that. Today's video is really about single stem, double stem, triple stem pruning. What does that mean? Why do you do it? I'm going to show you clearly how you identify the suckers in your tomato plants. I'm going to talk to you about what a sucker is. It's truly a production stem. It does not harm your plant. I'll go over reasons why. And I'm also going to talk about, the natural habitat, how a tomato plant wants to sprawl across the ground. Understanding that gives you some idea of how to prune your plants. I do more of a selective pruning. I prune more early on, keep my plants at double, triple stems. I have pruned some of the suckers. I'll be going over all of that with you, but just remember that pruning really is more of an art. You only prune to manage the size of your plants. You don't have to worry about what is the perfect way to prune. You don't have to research, the exact method for the perfect prune. It doesn't exist. You're only managing the size of your plants. So let's get into it. And let me just talk to you about pruning your tomato plants. I thought it might be easier to talk about suckers or production stems, starting with the small plants, and then we'll go out into the garden and I'll show you them on the larger plants and how I'm really pruning them, for size management. And that's the bottom line. It's not whether or not do you leave a sucker, do you remove a sucker. Again, the production stems are going to produce flowers and tomatoes. It's not do you keep them or do you remove them all. It's managing the plant for size. And that means you can take a couple, you can take more, you can do all kinds of different things. So it's really up to you with the goal that you're managing the size of the tomato plant. You just don't want it to get big and out of control. That's why we stake them. That's why we prune them. So what is a sucker? What is a production stem? Right in the joint, right where my finger is, you see the leaf come out, the main stem goes straight up. This guy right here is what is finally called a sucker. I like to call them production stems because they will turn into a full vine with leaves and flowers, and then they produce their own suckers, production stems, and they just keep expanding. The tomato will keep trailing and growing and vining everywhere until it takes up an entire space. Again, we're managing the production stems to really manage the size of the plant. So in every joint, 1, 2, nothing up here yet. Coming down here, we see 1 right in there, 3. I'm going to remove those. So if this was in the ground, I don't want really anything here. So I'm removing, here's another little one coming out there. And you get the idea too. The older leaves will start showing that production stem coming up. This is about how I might plant my tomato plant right into the ground to get it started. That's a single vine, no suckers, production stems coming out, and some people like to prune that way. Here's another example just so you can see. Right in the leaf joint, right there, the sucker. Right in here, the leaf fell off, that's a sucker. And we would again, prune something like that. That's the tomato plant that goes into the ground. And these are all being pruned as a single stem. If you kept removing from the joints that sucker, you'd be single stem pruning. And you're going to get leaves, you remove the suckers, more leaves, you get flowers, and you just let this grow straight up. It's a single stem of the vine. Now, some people say that when you do single stem pruning, you get more tomatoes. That's just false. You get more tomatoes by letting all the suckers just sprawl everywhere. You get more tomatoes. The plant gets bigger, more flowers, more of the production stems, but it gets unruly. So again, we prune to manage the size. And the truth is that you get fewer tomatoes, but you may get larger tomatoes. So if you're, wanting that big 1-pound fruit, single stem pruning is sometimes better because all the leaf energy and growth goes into fewer tomatoes rather than having the plant itself having to manage a lot of fruits. It puts all its energy into a few. And then you can see right in there again, that sucker. Now, if you wanted to do a double stem, you take a look at the tomato and you would remove the suckers here, here, here. You still have your single stem. Take this one out of the joint. I want to keep those leaves. Take this one out of the joint. And right in here, above my thumb, is a sucker that is bigger. And now you see that Y. Single stem to here. That single stem goes left. That sucker, production stem, continues to grow, makes a Y. I would keep this one on the left, this one on the right. Now I have 2 production stems. And that's kind of like double stem pruning. I would manage these guys by removing the suckers out of the joints. I get 2 stems, that's more flowers, more fruit, and it's basically the shape of a Y. Straight up for the single, left, main stem, right, the second stem, we have the Y, and that would be double stem pruning. My approach is kind of, I used to call it chaotic, but it's really selective pruning. I will let most of my plants start out something like this, and then I let more of the suckers grow out of the side. When a sucker gets large and it does a cluster of flowers, leaves, another cluster of flower and leaves, I top it so that it doesn't get any more growth, but I get those 2 clusters of flowers in there. There's lots of ways to do it. So let's go out into the garden. I will show you the bigger plants and we'll be talking about the same principles there. Just wanted to give a little backstory on why they call those production stems that come out of the joints suckers. Now in my previous video that I did on tomatoes, I showed you how to save, stressed out transplants, or if you're buying those discount tomato plants from the nurseries, that you can actually save them. So these guys were the stars. They're much greener. They've been fed. I will link that video in the video description, and I'll show you, how to save overgrown, beat up tomato plants. The suckers are called suckers. They come out of the joints like I was showing you. The leaf isn't there now, but that would be a sucker. If this plant wasn't staked, it ends up looking something like this. And then it sprawls on the ground, just like that. And then a sucker would grow out of it, and then it would sprawl on the ground, looking something like that and go in that direction. Wherever the vine touches the ground, it's pretty cool. These little root nodes come out and they grow into the ground and they feed that production stem that's growing in that direction. And your vine eventually ends up, looking something like that it's just growing all over the place. Because the tomato plant itself, the vine parts of the different suckers, production stems touch the ground, they root out. When we're growing just this way, and the only root system is down here, we're staking it up. All these suckers, production stems are growing and want to touch the ground, but we keep staking them up. So there's only so much root power. So the tomatoes, even though you're getting more, are usually smaller. We have to prune the plant, like I was saying, for size. So technically, they kind of sap the energy from the plant for larger tomatoes, but it's because they're not growing the way they're meant to be grown. They're growing with just a single root system supporting all that upper growth. So again, when you're pruning, take away some of the suckers, cut some of the production stems in half, manage the plants how you want, but just understand the more flowers you remove, the less tomatoes you get. The fewer tomatoes you have and the more leaves you have, the bigger the tomatoes get. But I just wanted to show you the normal kind of growth pattern. The tomato sprawls that way, then a production stem sprawls that way, then another one goes that way, and it would really fill up this whole space, but you would have dozens of roots growing in different parts of the stem, which really supports all those additional tomatoes. Remember, pruning is just about managing the size of the plant because you're staking it up a post versus letting it sprawl on the ground like I was explaining. So the next thing you want to think about really is, once you can identify the suckers, when do you want to start removing them? Now, it's really important, and people don't really think about this a lot. If you remove too many leaves, you reduce the energy from the sun getting to the plant and helping it grow. So don't just go start taking leaves off quickly until you have to. Like this plant looks pretty good. I'm going to remove, the leaves on the bottom, and there's a sucker right there, like we were talking about. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove the guys down here, the sucker right there, and this other side. And that's it. There are still suckers in the joints. I'm going to let them grow. I want more leaves right now. I want the energy of the sun to, energize this plant and get it growing. Over time, I'll be removing more of this plant. Right now, it's being grown as a single stem, just, the single stem coming up, leaves, suckers in the joint, and it really just has one growing tip. It's starting to flower. There's going to be flowers. Now, one thing people don't think about is when you keep it that single stem and you remove all the suckers, you only get so many tomatoes off of it. New flowers don't come in unless a new production stem grows out and it begins to flower. So if you remove all the suckers, just leave the stem and you harvest tomatoes as it grows, and it's going to get 6-8 feet tall, in theory, if everything goes well, you're going to run out of tomatoes. So without letting other suckers come in a joint, become production stems and form tomatoes, this plant is going to run out. Now that might not be so bad. The reason people like to do single pruning is because sometimes they want to do many different types of tomatoes, a lot of different varieties. So they'll put a single stem here, a single stem here, a single stem here, and you can put more plants into a space. So maybe when someone says you get more tomatoes by single stem pruning, it might be true for that reason, but per plant you don't get more tomatoes. So we're going to really just let this guy go. As it gets bigger, I'll remove some of the suckers out of here. I actually will be doing a video on it, but I'll let this sucker grow to about this size. It'll get several leaves, a flower cluster, more leaves, and might just pinch the top, leave a cluster of flowers. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But pruning is all about just making decisions on what you want to do to manage the shape of the tomato, size of the tomato, and really make decisions on how many tomatoes you want coming off of that plant. Here's another tomato plant planted around the same time. This is an Aunt Ruby's German green. I'm going to take the branches from the bottom. Here's a nice big sucker. I don't want that down there right now. Going to remove that. That's all we're going to do. Same story as the other plant. Single stem, looking good. I'm just going to let it grow for a while. And the same thing would happen with this guy over here. So there's no rush to necessarily remove everything quickly. Let the plant grow, let the leaves give the plant energy, and the plant will just get bigger and stronger, and then go and make your pruning decisions. Here's another tomato that I just put in, and this was actually one of my rescue tomatoes from earlier videos, and it looks pretty good. Again, the guy's young. We're not going to take off too many leaves. Going to let the suckers form. That might be the second stem, for my double stem pruning. This leaf is kind of beat up. Going to remove it. Leaf down there, beat up. Leaf down there, beat up. Going to leave this alone, let it grow, let the sun's energy do its thing. As the plant gets bigger, we'll prune it more. Here's another example of an older plant, relatively speaking, and it's been pruned to at least the double stem, one right there, one right there. You can see the flower clusters on that stem, flower clusters on the one on the left. I do have some suckers coming up from the bottom. They're going to be for a future video. I'm waiting for them to flower so that I can show people how I top them, and it stops the growth of the production stem that would want to fall on the ground and trail everywhere. But it's going to give me at least, 8 leaves, 1 cluster of flowers. That's going to be 4 to 6 more tomatoes. And I'm doing it with this one, the guy over here, and the guy back there. When I'm looking at the growth here, I have another one coming out, and this will probably be my third stem that I'm going to keep this growing. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Those will be the main 3, like that. And then the ones on the bottom that I let grow now, I'm going to top, keep that cluster of flowers in there, and that's gonna get me 1, 2, 3 more clusters of flowers, plus 1, 2, 3 that are already forming, 4 up there, and I'm really maximizing the number of tomatoes I'm getting off the plant by not removing every sucker. That's just such a myth where people say the sucker saps energy from your plant, you get less tomatoes. It's all wrong, you know. So this is my selective pruning style. Going to be 3 main stems. The suckers will be topped. This plant's going to be really, really healthy, and this is a beef master. Even though I'm going to dedicate a whole video to topping off the suckers, the production stems, maybe you don't want to wait for that video. So here's just an example I did a couple days ago. This is the sucker. The top was right here. I removed it, leaving this cluster of flowers. There's going to be at least 4 tomatoes on there. Now another sucker's growing out of that joint. I don't want that. I'm just keeping the single sucker, leaves on the bottom, 3 of them, 2 leaves up top, cluster of flowers. It's been topped. This plant will produce tomatoes off of this, but it's not going to get out of control and, you know, be all over the place. So again, I'm selectively pruning it. There's a couple of my double, triple stems right up there. This guy's looking good also. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. I sell tomato and pepper seeds, $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. And remember, pruning is really about managing the size. Here's a whole other video, could it be shot at some point. These are cherry tomatoes being grown up a cattle panel, and I'm letting them grow kind of wild like their natural state, but they're going to get all weaved into here. So again, pruning is really about your preferences. There's no exact way to do it. And again, thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop, and good luck in your gardens.